Every single thing in the world is attempting to influence you. I'll give you another paradigm that people need to understand. I ask people have these beliefs. Doesn't matter what their belief is. Doesn't matter. They believe in something. I say, where did you get that belief from? And they don't know. Oh, well, it's just how it's supposed to be. We're just supposed to wear a mask, whatever it is, right? Where did you get that belief? Who told you that? And does that person have your best interests at heart? Think about it. Think about all the things you truly believe. Think where you learned it and think if that person actually gives a fuck about you. Because the only thing you should be learning from is personal experience for people who genuinely care about you and love you. Most people are out here believing things and repeating things that were told to them by people who don't even fucking like them, by their enemies. Everyone's mind is fundamentally fucked. All of it. Look at me. I'm a guy who decided to conquer social media. I blinked, I cured my brain, I used basic indefatigability, I used perspicacity, I used compendiousness, I used my mind, and I focused, and I fucking conquered the world in a few short months. It's not difficult, there's just no competition, because everybody's fucking distracted. They're getting distracted by this, distracted by that, watching fucking Netflix, jerking off to Pornhub like fucking jackasses. It's so easy to win if you can control your own mind. But it seems that nobody fucking can. And that's how the people who run the world keep the world running, because they have all the slaves exactly where they need them to be, permanently distracted and semi-depressed, working their asses off in jobs which will never satisfy them and never pay enough money. That's the matrix.
It's a cycle. It's a cycle. Like it's a repeating cycle. Like people like get caught in it too. And the problem is too, schools like don't really teach the best things. I feel like
schools are designed to make you a slave. You're set up for slavery. Whole thing's a fucking scam. The education system's a scam. The judicial system's a scam. The medical system's a scam. Look at these last few years. You're living in Canada. You haven't learned that everything's a fucking scam? All of it. Oh, but don't worry. If things don't go my way, I'll get to go to court and have my say in court. Yeah, that's fair. We learned that doesn't mean a fucking thing. The law doesn't mean a thing. Your rights don't mean a thing. It's all a fucking scam. The only hope you have is to cure your brain, see the attacks which are coming from the Matrix, get a strong network of individuals such as the War Room, and then learn how to escape. Most people are so deep inside of their programming. What did Morpheus say in the Matrix? Most people are so hopelessly dependent on the system they will die and fight to defend it. Most people will sit here and pretend that the world they live in is just and fair because they are fucking slaves, slave-minded. And to break the slave mind, to truly resist the programming, you have to understand what's happening to you. And this is only the beginning. I could talk about this for hours and hours and hours. But the basic answer to everything is you must control your mind.
Wow. Mind control. Damn, bro, what the fuck? I feel like I'm a changed man talking to you. It's crazy. Good,
because I know you will change for the better. And you can be absolutely anything you want to be. I'll tell you something, man. If I was 21 like you, and I had your money and your influence, when I was 21, I couldn't even fucking eat. I was effectively homeless.
Jesus
and I still managed to become a world champion kickboxer without food. If I was you with your setup right now, I could be anyone I fucking wanted. You can be king of earth. You have every single thing except for mind control. You have the last missing piece and you can conquer the planet.
Wow. So I can conquer the planet.
I mean, I've already conquered.
Do you see the potential in me?
Yeah, I do see the potential in you. But there's potential inside of everything. This is what the beautiful thing about being a man is, right? It's because being a man is difficult. It's so much harder than being a woman. Being a man is hard mode. But just like you play the video game on hard mode, when you win, you get a higher score. There is no better existence than a top tier male. Being a woman would suck. Whoa. And I don't mean that in a horrible way. I mean that there's no conquest. You don't conquer. You're born with value, and by the time you're 27, you're old, and you have some kids. Great, good. That's a woman's path. Fine. But you don't get to conquer the world.
Yeah, but
like Genghis Khan.
But to be fair, there's been accomplishments like that women have done that have been like superior in history.
They can accomplish things, but the true importance of being a woman is procreation. A lot of guys are asking me how you get rich. I'll tell you how you get rich. You go to corporatate.com and you join Hustlers University. I have a school that teaches people how to make money online with 18 modern wealth creation methods. If you have the money now, then you join the War Room. Between those two programs, I can make anybody who's prepared to work rich. I cannot make lazy people rich. I cannot make quitters rich. But I can make people who are prepared to work rich. It doesn't matter if you're in Nairobi with nothing. I can teach anyone how to make money. Anybody. It's really actually easy. I can teach anybody how to make money, but you cannot be a quitter and you cannot be lazy. So if you look in the mirror and say, I'm a dedicated, hardworking person, I'm not a quitter and I'm not lazy, then you can make money. CobraTate.com, Hustles University, or The War Room. Between those two programs, you can conquer Earth just like I have. It's not complicated. I'll tell you exactly how to do it. If you're not a quitter and if you're not lazy, if you're prepared to follow instruction, if you're prepared to dedicate yourself for 6 solid months, 6 months out of your life, and you'll be fine. That's the answer to that question.
Yo, Aiden.
What's up, bro?
The girls, like, they're like pressing my shit. They want to know if they should just leave or if
I think
they're gonna.
Andrew, I think we're done with the girls, yeah?
Okay, yeah.
Andrew. So, bro, like, everyone's just gonna call me a dick sucker. I hate that. I hate how showing love and praising and giving flowers now is dick sucking on the internet. I hate it. The internet's turned into such a fucked up place.
The internet is a fucked up place. Yeah, it brings out the best and the worst of humanity.
Yeah, exactly what you just said. It's the best and the worst. It's like, it has its pros and its cons for sure.
Completely. But all in all, it's changed the world and it's here to stay. But I mean, I get hate all the time. I get canceled twice a day. That's why I was joking earlier about it. Cause I don't give a fuck. I don't care at all. I can't explain how much it doesn't bother me.
Wait,
I find it.
Do you actually get hella hate?
Nowadays, most people understand my genius, so not so much. But I get the odd cretin whose mind is not capable of understanding the things I say, and they're limited by the matrix programming, and they'll come at me and say, I'm going to call you a misogynist and you're going to have to say sorry, and they're very disappointed when I don't give a solitary fuck.
Right. Damn. Nah, I just think that the way you sometimes you address shit, I could see how people are like, whoa, like pointing fingers and shit. But I think if they have an actual intellectual deep conversation with you, you mean no harm, I feel like. And I feel like you're just very direct, and you don't really have any filter.
I don't see how a filter aids, so I don't bother.
Yeah, like, I feel you on that.
I don't have to have one, so I don't have one. But all in all, I mean the best for people. I want everyone to be successful. I want the world to be a better place. And I think the world's a better place based on the back of strong men who stand up for what they believe in. I think that's how the world's always been a better place. The matrix programming says the opposite, but what did I say earlier about who is telling us, who is giving us these ideas, and do they care about us? They're telling us that to be a better place, all the men need to be weaklings and compassionate without any morals or without any hard lines or beliefs, and they must talk in a very, very soft way, and we need to be very, very compassionate and very, very tolerant and all these things. But if you look at history, the only times things were peaceful and nice is when strong men stood up with their swords and said, no, this is mine and this works this way and no one's going to come fuck with it. I think that masculinity and strength is what makes things beautiful. It's what preserves things, and it's what we need more of. This is what's missing from the world. All of the problems in the world today could be solved by men of honor, not doing bad things, men of honor standing up and saying, no, this is wrong. That could fix a lot, but nobody seems to want to do it because they're too busy being distracted by the matrix, depressed.
Andrew, people who have addiction, whether it's drugs, alcohol, whatever it is, do you recommend that people to stop their addiction? Do they cut it cold turkey, or do they slowly stop it, ease off it?
It's a good question. It's difficult, right? Because there's a lot of personal circumstances involved, and it's different addictions do different things, etc. I don't know. I can't imagine truly wanting to quit something and not being able to quit. Like, I could quit cigars today. Like, it wouldn't even plague my mind. Like, if I wanted to quit, I'd quit. I can't imagine a mind frame or a mindset where I want to do something and can't do it.
Right.
So it's almost difficult for me to answer that question, because if you have that kind of mind, if your mind is so fundamentally broken that you cannot do with your own mind what you want to do,
right?
Like that, then you're just fucked, right? Life is hierarchical. There's always going to be kings and there's always going to be peasants. If you have a mind that you can't control, then you're never going to be a king. You're going to be a peasant. That's your life. You have a peasant's life ahead of you, and that's your destiny. Enjoy, right? There's always been peasants. That's life, but. I believe that, the most important thing you can do as a man is to gain control of your mind. Once you have control of your mind, life is so ridiculously easy. It's so ridiculously easy. It's so easy to be in. People say to me, Tate, you're in good shape, but all you do is drink vodka and travel the world. You're never even home. You never even have a gym. How do you do it? It's ridiculously easy if you control your mind. If I decide to do 1,000 push-ups, I'll do them. Maybe I have to do them one at a time. Maybe I'll get tired. Maybe I need a break. I'm going to do 1,000 because I said I'm going to do 1,000. It's not fucking hard. Everyone knows what they're supposed to do. Once you control your mind, it's easy, right? Getting over a breakup with that bitch. You miss that girl, you're upset, you miss her with all your heart, da-da-da. But once you realize she's gone, if you control your mind, she's gone now. She's gone now, gonna miss her. That's a shame. Off to the gym. You either control your mind or you don't. And this, all of these things stem from the same problem. It's something you can do. It's something that is learned. It's something that is taught. But it's something that I needed to survive. So for me, it's easy, right? It's all I've ever known. Right. But people have life now. They don't need it to survive, so they never develop the skill. That's just how it works. At the end of World War II, when men when men went to Europe and saw unspeakable horrors at the end of World War II, did they all come home and need therapy, or did they all come home and get back to life?
Get back to life.
Because that was, everyone was taught to have a mind that they control because they needed it to survive. There's no one else. That's how life worked back then. Now imagine there was a war that big. Imagine the fucking therapy, the fallout, the fucking bullshit. No one would be able to fucking even just go back in. And I'm not saying they didn't see bad things. I'm not saying it's not hard. It's fucking horrible. But that's just how it works. That's life. Like, I've seen shit. Like, we've all had our trauma. You have to get through it. You either let it destroy you or let it build you.
Things are going to happen in your life. Everything that's happening to you is God is processing. What happened in my life was getting where I've gotten to today and where I'm even headed to, I had to be tough. To really understand the value of money, I had none. To just appreciate simple things, what I'm gonna eat today, He sent me through a trial of being homeless for 3 years. All of that I did not appreciate, I understand it now. And even though I did not understand or appreciate the route He took me on, it was the route I had to go on. You can stop complaining about life is unfair to me. No, it ain't. It's just life.
Life isn't fair. Life just is. So we can't even deal with what's fair.
But you have to go on. You have to find the strength from somewhere.
It doesn't matter about what happens to you. What matters is, what are you going to do about it? You can permit it, let it hold you down, or you can decide, I'm not going to let that happen to me. Don't allow your emotions to control you. We are emotional, but you want to begin to discipline your emotion.